Hello everyone. In this video, we'll study real numbers in that exercise 1.2. Before starting the exercise, let us recall what we have studied in previous video. That is, we have discussed fundamental theorem of arithmetic. What is fundamental theorem of arithmetic? That is fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Theorem of arithmetic. Okay, this exercise is on FTA, that is fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Here, what is the definition of fundamental theorem of arithmetic? It is when we consider one composite number, any composite number we can consider, it is expressed as factors such that these factors will be prime numbers. Okay, then what is composite number? Composite number is a natural number or whole number which has more than three or more than three factors. Minimum three factors it should have. Then it is called as composite number. Then prime numbers means a number which is divisible by 1 and that number itself. Okay, so here composite number can be expressed as factors and these factors will be prime numbers. Then here we have two conditions again, that is these factors which are prime numbers will be unique and their order may be different. We have explained this or we have studied this one in previous video. Let us consider exercise 1.2. Before starting the exercise, just open your textbook and see the questions there, right? Okay. So let us take first example. That is, express each number as a product of its prime factors. So, what is the first question? Just read the question. Express each number as a product of its prime factors. In that one, first example, it is 140. Second one, 156. Third is 3825. Fourth, 5005. And fifth is 7429. Out of 5, I will solve 3. Any 3. Then you just try other 2 examples. Solution. First one is very simple. You can solve it. Here we have to find out the factors of these numbers, which will be prime numbers. So consider third example I'll take. That is 3825. We have to find the factors of this. Just check here. In the last digit, 5 is there. Then definitely this number will be divisible by 5. So 5 into, just divide 3825 by 5. 5 7s are 35 and 3 is there. 5 into 5 7s are 35, 5 6s are 30, 5 5s are 75. Again, here the unit digit 5 is there. Again, it will be divisible by 5. Take 5 here. 5 into 5 1s are 5, 5 5s are 25, and 5 3s are 50. Then this will be divisible by, you should know the rules. When a number is said to be divisible by 2, 3, 5, 9, 11, that you have studied in your 9th standard. Just remember those. Then 5 into 5, this number will be divisible by 3. Why it is divisible by 3? Because just add these numbers. 1, 5, 6 plus 3, 9. So when 9 is divisible by 3, then this number will be divisible by 3. So 3 into 3 5s are 15 into 1 is equal to 5 into 5 into 3. Again here 5 plus 1 is 6. It is divisible by 3. So again 51 is divisible by 3. 3 into 3 ones are 3, 3 sevens are 21 is equal to, these are prime numbers, 5, 5, all are prime numbers. In this way we have to express as factors. It is 5 square into 3 square into 17. These are prime factors of 3825. Next example, we'll take next example. That is 5005. I'll take 5005. That is fourth example, 5005. Again, the last digit 5 is there. This number will be divisible by 5. So 5 into 5 ones are 5, 0, 0, 5 ones are 5. And this is 5. This number will be divisible by, again see here, if we add alternative places, numbers in the alternative places and subtract them, you will get 0. Then it is divisible by 11. That is the rule. So here this number will be divisible by 11. 11 into 100. 11 nines are 99. 1 is remaining. 11 ones are 11 is equal to 5 into 11. 91 is divisible by 13. 13 into 7. Okay. Again, these are prime numbers. This over. Again, you cannot take or you cannot factorize any number. So this is prime factorization of 5005. Next, fifth, 7429. So it is not divisible by 2 or 10 or 5 because in its digit 9 is there. And just check whether it is divisible by 3 or what. What we will get if we add these? 7 plus 4, 11, 13, 13 plus 3, 22. 13 plus 9, it is 22. It is not divisible by 3 also. In such cases, you have to go just to take 13, 17 like that. Here, factors of this number are 17 into 19 into 23. You can do this. For such examples, you have to take more higher numbers like 17, 19 like that. And here, second example, it is 156. Just observe here in the units place 6 is there, then it will be multiplied, it will be divisible by 2. 2 I'll take, 2 sevens are 14, then 2 eights are 16. Again here 8 is there, it is divisible by 2. 2 into 2, 2 threes are 6, then 2 nines are 18. It is 2 into 2. 39 can be written as 13 into 3. So these are the prime factors of 156. Similarly, you can solve this one, 140. Right? Next, we'll take next example, that is exercise 1.2 and second problem. Second main question. Okay. That is in second problem. Find the LCM and HCF. LCM and HCF of the following pairs of integers and verify that LCM into HCF is equal to product of the two numbers. This is formula. Product of two numbers. In these examples, First find out LCM and HCF, then check this formula is applied or not, whether it is correct or not. In that one, again, 3 examples are there. First one is 26 into 91. Second one is 510 into 92. Third is 336 into 54. Right? We'll solve first one. I'll consider solution. First one, that is 26 into 91. We have to find out LCM and HCF of these numbers. First, factors of 26. Factors of 26 is equal to. So it is divisible by 2. 2 into 2 ones are 2 threes are. Then factors of 91 is equal to, it is 13 sevens are 91. Next, find out HCF. What is HCF? In the factors which is common in both, it is HCF. So 13 is HCF. Next, LCM is highest power of the factors. Here 2 is there. You have to write 2 also. 13, then 7. This is LCM. What is 2 into 13 into 7? It is 182. 182. Next, we'll apply these numbers in this formula, that is LCM into HCF. So LCM is 182, HCF is 13 is equal to 26 into 91. Multiply 182 into 13, you will get 2366. Even you multiply 26 into 91, you will get 2366. So this formula holds. Next, I'll take third example. So third example, it is 336 into 54. Okay. So factors of 336 is equal to, it is divisible by 2. 2 into 2 ones are, then 2 6 are 12, 2 8 are 16 is equal to 2. Again, we can take 2 here. 2 into 2 8s are 2 4s are. Again 2 into 2. This is, again you can take 2. 2 4s are 2 2s are. So I'll write 2 cube here into, you can take 2 here. 2 into 2 2s are 2 1s are. So this will be 2 raised to 4 into 21 can be written as 3 into 7. So these are factors of 336. Now let us take factors of 54. 54 is equal to 2 into 2 2s are 2, then 2 7s are 2 into, and this will be divisible by 27, 3 into 9 or 2 into 3. This is 9 is 3 square. 3 raised to 1 and 2. 3 square, that is 3 raised to 3. Now we'll write HCF. HCF is equal to common factor. So here 2 is common and 1 3 is common. That is equal to 6. Then LCM is equal to, here 2 raised to 4. Highest power you have to take. 2 raised to 4 into 3 raised to 1, here 3 raised to 3. So take 3 raised to 3 into 7. So it is 2 raised to 4 is 16, 27 into 7. So it is 3024. 3024. Next, you can check LCM into HCF. You can multiply 6 into 3024 is equal to 336 into 54. 336 into 54. You can check this answer. What is the answer you will get? Just check that those will be equal. You can solve this example. You solve on your own. Next, third question, that is find the LCM and HCF of the following integers by applying prime factorization method. So third question is find the LCM and HCF of the following integers by applying the prime factorization method. Prime factorization method. Prime factorization method is nothing but by using fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Factorization method. Okay. So here first one is 12, 15 and 21. Second one is 17, 23 and 29. Third one is 8, 9 and 25. Solution. Here instead of two numbers, three numbers are given. We have to use prime factorization method. So again find out factors of 12. Factors of 12 are, first problem I have taken 2 into 6 or 2 into 3, that is 2 square into 3. Second one, that is 15, it is 3 into 5. Next 21 is there, 3 into 7. Okay, so LCM is equal to highest common. So this is 2 square. 2 square we have to take. Then 3 is there. Here 5 is there. And 7. Okay. It is 2 square into 3 into 5 into 7 is equal to. What is LCM? It is 420. Next HCF is equal to, take common factor. So 2 square, here 2 is not there, you cannot take. Then 3 is there, here also 3, 3 and 3. So it is HCF is 3. Next, so LCM is 420 and HCF is 3. Next, second example. Second one, 17, 23, 19. What are factors of 17? 1 into 17 only. These all three are prime factors, prime numbers. So 23 can be written as 1 into 23. Even 29 is also prime. So it is 1 into 29. So can you tell me what is HCF? Highest common. Which is common here? Only 1 is common. So HCF is 1. What is LCM? LCM is 17 into 23 into 29. It is 11,339. You can multiply and check the answer. Okay. So this is one different example. Right? Sometimes we'll get confused. What is HCF? We are not getting any common number. But 1 is always common there. So that you have to write. Next, third one. Third one is 8, 9, 25. What are factors of 8? 2 into 4, or directly you can write 2 cube. 9 is 3 square. 25 is 5 square. So what is HCF here again? What is HCF? Again it is 1 because common is not there. What is LCM? 2 cube into 3 square into 5 square. What is the answer? It is 8 into 9 into 25. So answer is 1800. Okay, next, fourth example. So consider fourth example. Okay, so what is fourth? Given that HCF 306, 657 is equal to 9, find the LCM of 306, 657. Okay, so solution. We know the relation, one important relation, that is LCM into HCF is equal to product of the numbers. Product of the numbers. So here we'll find out, here it is given, HCF is given and numbers are given. You have to find out LCM. So LCM is equal to what? It is product of the numbers, product of the numbers divided by HCF. Is equal to 306 into 657 divided by 9. It will give us HCF. So if you divide this, you will get 22,338 is the answer. Here 9 ones are 9 sevens are 9 threes is equal to 306 into 73. Okay, this is LCM. Just sometimes they will twist the problems based on this relation. Based on this relation, sometimes they will twist the answer questions. Next, fifth question, which is important. So before solving fifth question, let me tell you something about the when the number has last digit 0. Here just I'll tell you one note. If any number is divisible by 10, is divisible by 10, you can write down this, divisible by 10, then its last digit, you also write down, digit will be 0. Okay, only that time its last digit will be 0. So we are telling here it is divisible by 10. When it is divisible by 10, then definitely it will be divisible by 2 and divisible by 5. This means that if a number is divisible by 2 and 5, both the numbers, not only one number, 2 and 5, then the number has 0 in its last digit. If you know this, then you'll understand the problem. That is fifth problem. You can write down this. This is one important note. Let us consider example 5. Right? Check whether 6 raised to n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. Just now only we have discussed any number will end up with the digit 0 only if it is divisible by 10 or divisible by 10, or it is divisible by 10 means it should be divisible by 2 and 5. So let us consider factors of 6 raised to n. So what are factors of 6? Factors of 6 are 2 into 3 to the power n. Then definitely it is not divisible by 10 because only 2 is there. 5 and 2 should be the factors. 5 is not there. So this implies 5 is not the factor of 6 raised to n. Therefore, the last digit of 6 raised to n is not 0. Okay, so not only 2 or 5, both should be the factors of the given number. Then only the last digit of that number will be 0. Sometimes they may ask 5 raised to n, okay, whether the last digit of this number is 0 or not. Then what are the factors of 5 raised to n? 1 into 5 to the power n. Here 5 is there, but 2 is missing. Again, it is not divisible by 10. Therefore, it does not contain the last digit 0. Similarly, they may give 4 raised to n. What are the factors of 4? 2 raised to n. Okay, again, it is not divisible by 10. So, it does not contain the last digit 0. Next, let us discuss next problem, that is sixth problem. So in sixth problem, just a simple question they have asked. Explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 and 7 into 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 plus 5 are composite numbers. So already they are composite numbers. They ask the reason why they are composite numbers. You know what are composite numbers? What are composite numbers? So many times I am repeating this because this definition is important. Composite number is one which has 3 or more than 3 factors. But compulsory, it should have 3 factors. That is compulsory. So let us check whether these two numbers have 3 factors or not. Consider first number, that is 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. Okay, two terms are there. This is one term and this is another term. So 13 is common. So I'll take 13 outside here into what I'll get here? 7 into 11 into 1 plus 13 I have taken outside, so it is 1, or else it is 13 into 11 into 7, 77 plus 1, 78. So 2 factors are there. Then I'll add one more factor, that is 1. 1 will be factor of all the numbers, or else you can factorize this also. No need to factorize this. But we have shown here there are 3 factors for this number. It implies the given number is composite. Okay. Similarly, we'll prove this is also composite. Here again 5 is common in both the terms. I'll take 5 outside. In bracket, what is remaining? 7 into 6 into 4, 3, 2, 1 plus 5. 5 outside I have taken, so 1. So 5 into, even it is not necessary to multiply this, because anyhow this will represent one number. And I'll add one more, that is into 1. So it shows there are 3 factors. But still I'll multiply this and answer is 1013 into 1. This implies there are 3 factors. Once it has 3 factors, this implies it is composite. Okay. Sometimes these some simple examples are also important. Let us take the last problem, that is 7th problem, which is important for exams point of view as well as for competitive exams. They will ask such problems. Okay, for competitive exams these are important. In my earlier videos we have discussed when LCM is applied and HCF is applied for statement problems. Here one statement problem is there. Let us find the solution for that. There is a circular path, 7th example. There is a circular path around a sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive one round. Sonia, how many minutes she will take? 18 minutes. And one more Ravi is there. He will take 12 minutes to complete one round. Okay, he is Ravi. So Ravi is moving little bit faster than Sonia. Okay, what we have to find out? If they start at the same point and at the same time, then when they will meet again at the starting point? It is the question. So try to understand this one. Here Sonia, and I'll take here first round, second round, third, fourth, like that. Sonia, first round she'll complete in 18 minutes. Second round, can you tell me? 36. Third round again 54, like that. Okay. Similarly, Ravi, first round 12 minutes, second 24, third round 36, fourth, and so on. What we want, when they will meet again? They may meet again here further, but here only they will be meeting or not. Means after 36 minutes, they will be meeting at same point. At 36 minutes, Sonia will complete 2 rounds and Ravi will complete 3 rounds. That is the difference. So after 36 minutes, Sonia and Ravi will meet at the starting point. So how we have found this one? 36 minutes. It is nothing but LCM of 18 and 12. So in these problems, we should find out LCM. This is about exercise 1.2 and problems based on that. Just practice the problems and try to understand the concept behind the problems. Thank you.